Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Saturn Slam review. We've got a big old double stuffed NXT Oreo
Did you
to get
know?
through.
Did you know that the double stuffed Oreos are only 1.85x stuffed compared to normal Oreos?
That seems such like a. Well, that seems like an intentional nickel and diming of the consumer because I think it's far more effort to control that precisely.
Literally, just a nickel and a dime percent.
Yeah. What flavor would NXT be? Like banana? Do you think? Because the yellow.
No, it's gotta be fuck. It's vanilla, dog. It's the inside out where it's chocolate in the middle and vanilla cookie. So good.
I've never been a fan of the inside out Oreos. I think they're God's mistake.
I wouldn't eat chicken with its skin born inside out.
True, I wouldn't. The relevancy of this. All right, before we get into this here, I have a small update on condition of friend of the program, Dean Ambrose. He had surgery today or yesterday to repair a partially torn tricep. It was a 50% tear, according to the report I read. Um, it's hard to say. It could have been a lot worse, but it's hard to say when he'll be back. If I had to guess, like optimistic timetable, he might make it back for WrestleMania, but probably not. Um, we'll we'll have an official range sooner rather than later, I'm sure. Anyway, NXT from December the 13th, 2017. Full Sail University crowd that still had some life to them. Um, we'll get to that in this week's episode. I got some words for this Full Sail crowd. Um, so match kicked off with a non-title match between Andrade Cien Almas and Fabian Eichner. Fabian Eichner is going to be a big star.
Well,
That
someday.
much I can say for certain. He looked really good here. This match wasn't very long, but it was pretty good. Almost charged Fabian from the jump. He had a drop kick on him. Showboated a bit. Ran at Fabian again. Fabian hit a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Almost ran out the ring, and Fabian did the shit. I forget who originated the spot, but he did the thing where he ran to the top rope and like springboarded off into a plancha. The run
Oh
to the
yeah.
top rope was smooth. The jump outward, not so much. But he hit it. Andrade, he came in so awkward at like a 45-degree angle. And he was impossible to catch because he's like a 240-pound dude coming at a 45-degree angle onto the ramp. But bless his heart, Andrade Cien Almas tried his best to catch this motherfucker.
I think Finn actually caught him on the way down. He sort of like twisted it around. I was like, I got you. Even though I'm the one falling.
They held on to each other like brother to brother. Um, Fabian gets back in the ring, hops on the top rope, hits a tornado DDT that gets a close near fall. Almost is back in the corner. A quick distraction from Zelina Vega helps him catch Fabian by surprise. Whips him against the rope. Hits a power bomb for. Oh wait, no, hits him against the rope, but Fabian leapfrogs. He hits a power bomb for another near fall. Fabian climbs up top, but Vega once again distracts him. Almost tosses him to the floor, hits the hammerlock DDT for the win. Pretty good match. Like I said, short, but not bad at all. I gave it 2 3/4.
Yeah, it was a 2-star match for me. Quick, short, to the point. I love the hammerlock DDT. It's a very pretty move.
Yes, it's nice. It's much better than his double knees in the corner which looked more like I'm gonna just run my dick into your face.
Bam.
So they celebrate. We get a hype video for Aleister Black. He's going to take on, as he was going to take on Adam Cole later tonight. We go to commercial. Come back from commercial. We find Sanity hanging out in on what I assume are the wrong side of the tracks. They show off Alexander Wolf's gnarly head gash. I didn't count the staples, but he had a bunch of fucking staples in his head.
Yep.
Eric Young talks about how War Games was beautiful, but the result wasn't ideal. But next week we're going to defend the tag team championship successfully. So that was the gist of it. These backstage promos they've been doing on NXT have been very good. They get to the point. They don't mess around. They don't use this garbage verbiage that they have to use on the main roster. It's nice. You see, wrestling isn't hard. They just make it hard.
It's liberating.
Then we had one Daniel Burch and one Oni Lorcan versus the Authors of Pain. This match was great. So Burch and Akam start. Akam in this match looked like he was every bit of 6'8" and 450 pounds. The man looked like a giant compared to these two.
Bite their head off.
Yeah. So Akam and Danny Burch starts. Akam powers him about, but Burch starts chopping him. Or no, Burch gets thrown to the corner, and then Oni Lorcan comes in and starts chopping him, and then Burch starts chopping Razor, and they're just wailing on these guys. They're running trains. They did this weird spot where they ran, and bumped into each other and did the elbows in the corner. I'm not sure what the whole run and bump was supposed to accomplish, but they did this like 3 times. They're really taking it to the Authors of Pain, and then the Authors of Pain are like, well, we're going to go and win now. So Akam turns Lorcan inside out with a clothesline, and then Razor hits a Death Valley driver on Burch into the corner. That looked nasty. Then they hit a Super Collider and a Last Chapter for the pin. And that's AOP, and I don't know what the plan with them is now. They've kind of done everything they can do on NXT. It seems like they're just waiting for a spot to open up on Raw or SmackDown for them.
Ooh,
so
not bad.
Like we said last time, or like we said months ago, AOP, or not, like we said before War Games, AOP appears to be main roster bound. That would be my guess. So they celebrate in the ring. Commentary hypes up Ember Moon taking on Peyton Royce in a non-title match, which is next. We have a video package for Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate for next week. Then we had the match, Ember Moon and Peyton Royce. It was okay.
Yeah,
that's probably the best way.
That's all I can say for it.
Ember Moon has this bad habit of like not wrestling well on TV. I guess is the best way to put it. On pay-per-view, she's great, but on TV, she's just another girl, really. So they walk up. Peyton hits a knee in the midsection, gets the heat. Ember fights back, hits a spinning heel kick and a head scissors. Ember climbs back up, diving onto Royce and Kay from the outside. So she rolls Peyton back in, but she's stopped by Kay. Royce hits a 619 to the back and locks Ember up in, I think it was supposed to be a tarantula, but it was not. It was like a half tarantula, I guess I would describe this as. Anyway, they go to the break. Back from the break, Royce still has the heat on Ember, but Ember takes her down, makes her come back, and Scurry for a near fall. Picks up Royce, but Royce rolls her up for a near fall. Ember Moon gets a double underhook. I don't know what she was going for, but it didn't transpire. Royce reverses, goes for a fisherman suplex. Ember blocks it, gets taken to the corner by Royce, who hits a nasty right hand on her back. She then Ember gets Royce up in the corner looking for a Liger bomb, which is blocked. Ember then kicks her down. Like, it looks like she wanted to do that, spot where they trap him in the corner and then do the super kick. But
right.
She just kicked her leg.
Couldn't get all the way up there.
Peyton sold, knocked her down. She hit the stomp, and the Eclipse for the win. Not much of a match here. I gave it like a 1.5 stars.
Yeah.
But Billy Kay comes in. They start putting the boots to Ember. Then Nikki Cross runs out. Nikki Cross all over this set of tapings. Runs out, clears the ring, does her "I'm Nikki Cross and I'm crazy" routine, and that was it. She just left, and they played Ember's music.
Can we have Nikki Cross come when if she moves up? I want her to be like Dean Ambrose's secret little sister or something.
I don't think they're going to break up Sanity. I think they're going to come up as a unit.
She can be both.
Actually, Dean Ambrose as like doing the CM Punk sort of takeover of Sanity if he turns heel would actually be pretty interesting.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be fucking great.
He turns heel and feuds with Roman, which I'm pretty sure is happening sometime next year. We have a video package for Adam Cole. Baby. Every time in my notes I wrote Adam Cole, I also in parentheses next to it I wrote Baby.
It's his third name at this point.
It's a
along with the Hunger Games.
Baby. It's Pavlovian, this response every time. At work, I was listening to an old podcast of the Brian Vinny show, and they mentioned Adam Cole. In the middle of what I was doing, I was like, "Baby!" Luckily, no one was around, and I didn't have to explain my actions to anyone. So they show the splash graphic. Adam Cole and Aleister Black are fighting next. In the main event, rest of Undisputed Era banned from ringside, which actually means shit down in NXT. Not like on SmackDown, where the Singh brothers get tossed from ringside, yet still interfere like twice more. Thank God Ginger's out of the main event picture. I say that, but I guarantee you he's going to be in that Rumble title match in some capacity.
Secretly, they're
not done. Anyway, another Shayna Baszler video package. I can't say as though I'm super excited. She didn't wow me in the Mae Young Classic.
It feels like she's just like trying maybe a little hard.
I don't know. They build her up as like this legend in the MMA world. I think she had like. Actually, let me Google this because I'm actually a little bit curious. Her record is not like dazzling. Let's see here. Mixed martial arts record. Where are you? There we go. Mixed martial art. She's 15-11. So she won more than she lost, but it's not exactly dominant. And a lot of her wins came before she was in UFC. So take that for what you will. Uh, anyway, we have Aleister Black versus Adam Cole, baby, in in the main event here. This match was, I love this match. This match was really good. So they stare at each other for a little bit and they lock up. Black goes for an arm wringer of Cole, who counters. Then they counter again. Adam Cole for the first, but certainly not the last time in the match, does the Adam Cole baby. He gets the upper hand with a snap mare before taunting him yet again. They lock up once more. Black slams Cole down to the ground. Black hits a knee and a flurry of strike that sends Cole out of the ring, and Black does his little taunt. Excuse me. We come back from break. Cole's in control of an armbar into a crossface. Now, this is the one problem I have with this match. They did the entire heat during commercial. And the heat's a very important part of a match. Now, it's not their fault. It's Adam Cole and Aleister Black did not decide when the commercial break would be inserted into their match. So whoever edited this show for the network, 10 demerits. Points deducted. So anyway, Black is struggling in the lock. He inches his way to the ropes to break the hold. Cole yells at Black as he continues to attack, leading to one more Adam Cole, baby! Before Black gets to his feet, hitting some hard strikes on our boy Adam Cole, baby. He follows up with a rolling kick and a kip up, charging at Cole with a hard forearm and did a springboard moonsault attack. It wasn't really the DDT thing that AJ Styles does, but he caught him with the springboard moonsault to take Cole down. Cole slows things down before catching Black on the top rope, climbing up and leaping right into a hard kick by Black. Picks up a near pinfall off of this move. Black sets up Cole, but Cole catches him with an enziguri and a backstabber for only a near fall, but it was sick near fall. Cole gets Black on his shoulders, but Black escapes and both men exchange blows. Cole gets a couple of hard kicks in, but Black rolls him up for a near fall. Cole responds with a backbreaker for another near fall. Then he heads to the corner looking for a super kick, but Black catches him with a bicycle knee strike. He sets Cole up, Cole yelling, what do you got? This was the perfect finish because it fits both of their characters so well. So Adam Cole yells, what do you got? And Aleister, because he's cocky, he's firing himself up, and Aleister Black responds very calmly with his finish and gets the pin. Hit perfect finish for this match. So there's your winner, Aleister Black, via pinfall. That match was great. 3.5 stars. Really enjoyed it.
Yep, 3 stars for me.
Perfect finish. Like, I can't stress that enough. That was the perfect finish. All right, so that was last week's show. This week's show was really good. Really good show this week.
Yeah, it was.
So we had our open. They hyped the 2 title matches tonight. Let me actually just pull up my notes here. They hyped up the 2 title matches. So we had an NXT tag title match and a United Kingdom Championship match on the show, and our last qualifier for the Fatal 4-Way number 1 contenders match, which I think is next week, right? Or is it 2 weeks?
It's got to be because they finished that up.
Yeah, but I don't know if they were waiting a week or not. I think it's got to be next week because that was the last of the tapings, I think. Yeah. It's next week.
And they can start New Year with the... Yeah,
we've determined it's next week. So we kicked off with the tag championship match. So we had Sanity made up of Eric Young and Killian Dane instead of Alexander Wolf, because Alexander Wolf has a bunch of metal in his head. So Dane and Fish start things off. Fish goes and does a little low kick on Dane before backing to the corner, employing the ye old stick and move tactic. He tags in Kyle O'Reilly, who gets in a kick of his own before sticking and moving again. He tags in Fish. It's a couple of forearms and right hands, but much like Thunderbolt on an Onyx, they were not very effective. And Dane starts getting his shit in. Both of them try to get anything in on Dane, but Dane just tosses him around, starts throwing bows and hitting people with clubbering forearms and shit of that nature. So they roll outside of the ring to come up with a battle plan. Fish comes back in, but Kyle O'Reilly tags himself in and charges at Eric Young, who Dane foolishly tagged in mere moments before. He charges at Eric Young, who dodges. That's right. And then they tag in and double team Kyle O'Reilly for a near fall. But Kyle transitions into a not really a knee bar, but we'll call it a knee bar on Eric Young.
Honorary knee bar.
Yeah. Then he whips him to. Then Young gets out, whips him to the rope, but Kyle gets out of the ring as Eric chases him, only to be taken down by Fish. Fish takes him back in the ring as Kyle goes back on the attack, but takes a shoulder to the midsection from Young before Fish sneak attacks him, and we head into the break. We come back from break. Fish is in control, tags in Kyle O'Reilly, who hits some stiff kicks before tagging Fish back in. Fish hits a pretty snap suplex, but only gets 2 out of it. Kyle tags back in. Very fresh tags, more knee strikes. Fish back in, continues the attack. And Kyle, they did this for a while. Kyle gets a hammerlock and a sweep of the leg for a near fall. Kyle locks in a modified hammerlock on Young, who struggles to get back to his feet and break the hold. Kyle hits a knee strike before taking Young into his corner, but Young fights out of it, only to jump right into a knee from Kyle O'Reilly, and this knee made a sick sound. But Eric Young, I wouldn't say no-sells it, but he hits a neck breaker that takes them both down. Kyle heads to the corner to tag Fish, who tries to knock Dane off the apron, but that went about as well as you'd expect it to go.
Yeah.
Fish goes back to work on Young, tagging Kyle in, and they double team Young. They get the heat on Eric Young for so long. They did this a lot in Clash of the Champions too, where they teased the hot tag forever, but never actually made the hot tag.
Mm-hmm. Blue balls.
Yes.
Tag team blue balls.
So they get the the heat on Eric Young for about a week and a half here. But he finally creates some separation and tags in Dane. Fish comes in, but Dane just steamrolls them both with stinger splashes. They were a little contrived in some of the spots, but then he made up for it with this really cool running shotgun dropkick senton combination.
That was so great.
Taking them both out. Dane slams Fish down with a Michinoku driver onto Kyle O'Reilly, which how this did not break someone, I don't rightly know.
It's a miracle.
Here, that only gets a 2 though, as Fish breaks it up, but Young sends Fish out of the ring. Young tags back in now as Dane takes care of Fish, and Eric Young climbs at the top as the ref checks on Dane, and Adam Cole, baby, knocks Eric Young off the apron. Kyle O'Reilly takes advantage, but only gets a near fall. And Nikki Cross comes running through the crowd and jumps onto Adam Cole and starts throwing it in hands. And Cole's like, "Get her out of here!
Get her out of here!" That was great. Beautiful.
Yeah, they escort her out of here. The female ref and one of the other refs drag Nikki Cross to the back, kicking and screaming. But Adam Cole can stay for whatever reason.
Of course.
They decide his presence is acceptable.
He's too cool.
Yeah. So let's see. Cross comes with officials pulling Cross away. Eric Young gets up only for Oh wait, no. Kyle picks up Young. Young hits him with a right hand and a swinging neckbreaker for a near fall. Cole tries to run in, but Dane intercepts as Young launches himself onto Cole, which distracts him. He runs back in, and Red Dragon hits total elimination, which I think is different than. No, it is chasing the dragon. They just call it total elimination now. And they get the win in the tag titles. And Adam Cole had the biggest smile. He looked like he just won the lottery. He was so happy to see his buddies win the tag titles.
It's a power friendship.
I know he's a heel, but how can you hate a guy who's that happy for his friends?
Oh, which one in the women's division was like that? Where she was the heel, but when she got it, and she was on Talking Smack.
Oh, it was Alexa Bliss, I think.
Yeah,
when she beat Becky Lynch, and then she cut like the most babyface promo ever. That was the night we fell in love with Alexa Bliss.
OAB.
Talking Smack. God, I missed that show.
It's not the same.
No, it's not. Because they have fucking Peter Rosenberg or Sam Roberts on it now. It's only after pay-per-views, number one. And number two, Daniel Bryan's not even on it. So what even is the point?
Can we just get like an NXT talk? Like NX talk? And then have secret Bryan on there? Just, yes, I'm here.
Just swap between Bryan and William Regal and see if people notice. Just... Anyway, Undisputed Era celebrate on the ramp, and we get some replays. Commentary talks about the Fatal 4-Way. We have a video package for Roderick Strong. I think they aired this one before his title match with Bobby Roode, but it was still moving stuff. Commentary hypes up Lars and Roddy for the final spot in the Fatal 4-Way. Another Shayna Baszler video package.
You got to fit it in. And also the Street Profits. What's this thing with the Street Profits?
So I guess last week I guess I completely missed it from last week. But last week I guess the Street Profits, who are Angelo Dawkins and I forget the other one's name, which is bad because he's the good one of the group. But they're out there interviewing the NXT fans about random shit. They're bringing the street knowledge to people, I think, is what they were questing to do.
Custom solo cups.
Yes, custom solo cups, which we don't know what is in his solo cup when he comes out there.
He's
sipping on something. But he gives it to this fan. And he's like, "You can fill it with whatever you want. I fill mine with happiness." I rolled my eyes. The Undertaker would blush at how well my eyes rolled after that joke. Backstage, we have Heavy Machinery talking about doing a vlog, I guess, talking about what they're going to do when they come across the Maserati of Tito Sabatelli and Riddick Moss. All I can say is that Otis Dokovic is a national treasure. I love this guy so much.
I don't remember any what he said, but I remember like just his affectation.
Yeah, he was really excited. They challenge him to a fight, but Sabatelli and Moss do not sound very thrilled about this prospect. And they hop in the Maserati and speed off. We have a look back to Ruby Riott and Sonya Deville's No Holds Barred match. Apparently, Sonya's coming back down yet again. Hell of a main roster call-up for her. She's going to wrestle Ember Moon next week on NXT. Commentary hyped this up. Wait, what? Oh, I guess it's for the NXT Women's Championship. Okay, that's... Sure, why not? Up next, we have... Roderick Strong and Lars Sullivan. They air a video package for Lars. They show highlights from all his matches, all like 8 of them that he's had.
There's enough there.
Yeah.
I've seen people do more with less.
It's very true. What? Okay. Yeah, my notes are weird here. Anyway, so we have this match. Strong takes it to Lars, throws a bunch of shit at him. He got more offense in than Cassius Ohno did in their takeover match. He threw all kinds of stuff on him, like Olympic slams. He got a superplex in there at one point. Just couldn't put Lars down. Lars got him in a bear hug, and Roddy started bell clapping his ears. But Lars has him in the bear hug, right? And he puts his head right down here. And, I know not everyone's a jiu-jitsu black belt but like me, but I'm looking at this and like, just put him in the guillotine, Roddy. You'll choke him out. He's got his head right where you need it to. Just slip under there and arch your hips. But,
missed opportunities.
But he decided to go the route of boxing his ears, which got him out of it. Bunch of knee strikes by Strong. He sends Lars to the outside, but he catches him with a big right hand before climbing up top. But Strong ran up and caught him with a superplex, but he only got a 1 count as Lars threw him off like he was not even a wet blanket, just a regular blanket of regular dryness. Strong hit the Olympic slam, but he got a 2 count out of that. Running knee strike to the corner. He goes for another move, but Lars does this really pretty pop-up power slam and then hits the freak accident for the win. So, to the surprise of no one, Lars Sullivan gets the win and moves on to that fatal 4-way. And then we had the Street Profits Street Talk segment. I guess. I mean, it was a segment, and that's about all.
Yep.
All we can
makes
really
them
say
stuff, and then they're like, Street Profits.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Whatever they gotta do to get over, I guess. And then we have the main event. Now, they started this main event. I looked at my watch, and it was like 8 of 10 or 8 of 9, and I'm like, this match is gonna have like no time. And then it passed the 9 o'clock hour, and like, as a special treat, we're gonna stay with this match in its entirety. I'm like, okay, so they're giving him an extra 5 minutes. No, they gave him like an extra 15 fucking minutes. This match was really long. I said to Peter, because it's that time of the year we got match of the year. We had a list of 9 candidates, but really there were 3 on the short list. There was AJ Styles and John Cena from the Royal Rumble. There was Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne from TakeOver Chicago, and there was the Usos and New Day from Battleground. Those were like the real 3 contenders. The other ones are on there because they deserve mention. And they were candidates, right? But those 3 right there were really the strong contenders. And I say to Peter, of those 3, minor spoiler alert, Dunne and Bate from Chicago had my vote. So I said to Peter, if they top that match, this is the match of the year. Like, slam dunk, de facto, no questions asked. I don't know, like, from a match perspective, it was probably better. But the crowd could not care less. Like, there were scattered UK chants a few times. But that was
gets
it.
To -2.
Yeah, the crowd just really brought this match down. It was hard for me to enjoy it as much because the crowd was so dead.
I feel like they didn't know what they were watching when it was clearly like art. Like, this match, I have not personally seen, like, besides their other match in Chicago, I haven't seen this fucking match very, very sparingly, right?
Right.
Oh, this for me, 5-star match. Like, it had everything.
Yeah,
it had the lows, it had the highs, it had the brain games.
That was the other thing. Like, I struggled. Like, personally, I haven't given a match 5 stars yet this year. I really struggled with whether or not this match earned the extra quarter star. I ended up not giving it. I ended up going 4 3/4. Because the crowd, man, if the crowd were as hot as a takeover crowd, slam dunk 5 stars. The crowd, like, you might think I'm overselling this, but crowds make matches. WrestleMania 18, Rock versus Hulk Hogan, terrible wrestling match, but the crowd was like in a frenzy for the entirety of it, and it's super memorable because of it. Jericho and Triple H had no chance of following that. So crowd can make a match. This crowd did not make this match. I can't break this down move for move because there was just too much going on. But they did a lot.
It was like
a lot of joint manipulation. They got all their shit in. Tyler Bate hit the spiral tap. Pete Dunne did his money clip, but turned it into a sit-out power bomb. That was pretty sweet. Pulled out the bitter ends. Hit superplex off the steps. Bumps on the apron. Tyler Bate, like, twice did this thing where, like, Pete Dunne would lawn dart him into the rope, and he'd bounce off, turn around, and hit just the loudest forearm you've ever heard in your entire life.
Crisp.
It just
clipped the mic.
Reverberated throughout the state of Florida. And yeah, this match was... Do yourself a favor and watch this match. Because it was damn near perfect. I don't know if it's going to end up being match of the year. I'll have to watch this and the Chicago match like back to back to really see which one I like better.
Side by side. You should watch them just side by side. Which one am I looking at?
Yeah, but 4 3/4 stars. Easy 5 if the crowd were any better. But man, this match was something else. You owe it to yourself to go and watch it if you're a fan of wrestling. And I know we didn't give our star ratings for some of these other matches, so we're going to run through the matches once more, give our star ratings. So if you keep like a scorebook of different reviewers' star ratings for matches to average them, congratulations on your ample free time, and we're going to hook you up here. So tag championship match, Sandy versus Undisputed Era. I gave this 3 1/4 star.
3.5. Yep.
Lars Sullivan versus Roderick Strong. I gave it 3 stars.
That's 2.5 for me.
And the main event, I gave 4 3/4.
5 with a negative 2 stars for the audience. Cause fuck them, they don't know they don't know good shit.
The Full Sail crowd used to be super hot for like everything, but now they're just like dead most of the time. Like if the crowd from the Gargano and Ono match was for this match, like slam dunk 5 stars, like that crowd was appropriately hot. But and this wasn't even like the last part of this taping, so I'm scared for next week to see how dead the crowd's gonna be. But yeah, they were super quiet. Because I'm watching this match, I'm like, this match is great, but like, why aren't I more into it? And then it just hit me that the crowd was like dead silent. I'm like, okay, well that's probably why.
We should just edit in background crowd sounds into this match.
What are we, WCW?
Yeah.
I'm not going to pipe in Goldberg chants.
Goldberg.
Anyway, pretty good set of shows. Definitely check out the main event, Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate 3. Best of the bunch. Pete Dunne, I guess we didn't even say the finish. Pete Dunne won with the bitter end to retain his title. So as much as I like this match, I would like to see them work in some more of the UK guys for Pete Dunne to wrestle. I want to see my boy
Wolfgang.
Yeah, get my boy Wolfgang in here. But yeah, so that's something to look forward to. Next week, we're looking forward to that Fatal 4-Way match. See who goes on to face Andrade at at the next takeover. So we'll review that then. Bash at the Beach 96 review, targeting. It will be up by the 29th, I think.
Yeah.
What date?
Christmas.
What date exactly? I'm not sure, but we'll figure that out as soon as we can, and you'll see it when it's up, obviously. So we'll catch you next time.
You'll see it. Namaste.